to follow me somewhere else. Go to YouTube, subscribe. All right. Hello,
Exactly.
hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing today? Are you excited for the weekend? Because I am excited for the weekend. So I don't know about you, Brittany. Are you excited for the weekend?
I'm absolutely excited for the weekend.
Yes, yes. Awesome. We hope
It's
you
the
guys.
last September. Like, it's
Oh,
gonna be
yes.
fun.
We're over with September. It's gone. Um, Coming back to the end of the year, last quarter. So this should be exciting for you guys to achieve your goals. This is the time. Like, go check your goals. If you have them, if you don't have them, that's okay. Just put a goal now. So to achieve before the end of the year, we still have time. We still have 90 days, right?
Yeah.
So before we get started, I'm going to introduce myself and let Brittany introduce herself as well. My name is Noor Al Masri. I'm an enrolled agent and the founder of Noor's Books. I am also known as a nonprofit CFO. And like every Friday, I am here with my partner in prosperity, Brittney C. And if you're on Instagram, mine or hers, you're not going to see both of us, but you will hear both of us. So hang in there or just go to our YouTubes. So now, Brittany, introduce yourself.
No, that's okay. You can do it.
No, no, no.
All jokes aside, hi everyone. I am Brittney C. I am a grant specialist and founder of Write the Vision Plainly LLC, where I write your vision and dreams to reality. So, on this good and lovely Friday, however you guys feel, we are back with another exciting topic. Which is how do you go about achieving your nonprofit goals for the year end, for the end of the year, or and that is not that this is inclusive of Giving Tuesday. This is also inclusive of Hot Quarter. I did a video last week or the week before where I talk about Hot Quarter and what it consists of, and it is the first quarter, so January, February, March. But if you already know, we are going about to go into the fourth quarter for October, and it's the fourth quarter for federal giving. The We're going into the fourth quarter for non-federal, and it's about to be, because it starts in October, the first quarter for federal giving. So just to keeping that in mind. But yes, let's dive into our topic, unless you have something you wanted to add before we jump in.
No, that's good. So guys, we are here so you can put your questions about what we're talking about or anything you want to ask. Go ahead and put your questions in the comment while we're talking and we'll make sure to answer your questions. So today I talk to a lot of people, a lot of nonprofit leaders all days long, like this is what I do. I or business owners, like all people who have a dream, a project. So keep in mind what we're talking about now not only applies for nonprofit, it applies to you also if you have a
Mhm.
business. Same thing. We all have a project, whatever project that we have in mind, nonprofit, business. What are we working on? Even in personal level, all everything applies to everything almost. But we are giving additional notes to actually nonprofits. That's why we actually say nonprofit year end goal. So I speak to a lot of people, and when I ask them, what is your financial goal for this year? I often get, I don't know. I be happy if I get 5,000, or I don't know, I'll be happy if I get 10,000, 20,000, whatever that number is. They just think of that number when I ask them, and they feel like it's even big. Like we don't know, like if even we will be reaching that. First, they did never thought about it. Second, they feel whatever that number is, even though like it could be really doable and actually they can exceed it 10x, 20x, whatever, they still feel it's not achievable. And this is the problem, because if you do not have a written goal, a written goal that says where, what, how much you want to get, monetary goal, like how much you want to get this year, how much you want to get. Ask yourself, go ahead, and don't try to be reasonable, right? Because you're about to go do what's required for you to achieve that goal. It's not for what you have, what the tool you have right now that's going to allow you to achieve your goal. No, you're going to have a goal. You know that you're going to do whatever it takes in order for you to achieve that goal. If you guys have done any budget or seen any budget or been part of any budget, the budget in finance starts with the revenue. You put the revenue you want, and then you budget everything. It's a projection. So you will say, if I want to make this much money, how many person I need to get involved? If I want this much money, what do I need to do exactly? What do I need to have? um do I do to need, how much marketing would I need to do? All of these. So it's everything starts with your financial goal. So what I want you to do right now, even if you did not have a goal yet for this year, go ahead and put a goal now for these last 3 months, and then divide it over the 3 months, and go ahead and start implementing. But write it down and see it every day, and
Mm-hmm.
actually reverse engineer, how are you going to make this happen? Write all the steps and start implementing. That's how you achieve your goals. No other way. No other way. You cannot just say, I don't know, and achieve it. You're not going to achieve it.
And I do have something I would like to add to what you said earlier about your number. I was gonna say, make sure your number is realistic. And here's what I mean by that. We have 3 months left before the end of the year. Don't write, okay, I want $1 billion in funding. That's unrealistic for 3 months. But write something realistic like, for example, 5,000 is doable. How are you going to get that in funding? How much do you have to go through to apply in order to get it? Or maybe you're not applying for grant funding per se, but you're building partnerships with your donors. What, are you going after those in-kind gifts or those in-kind donations? Are they partnering with you, or are you partnering with them? Like, what are you doing to make sure that before the end of the year, December 31st, right before the first, and you close out the year, did you achieve your goal of $5,000 in funding, 10,000, maybe 20,000? I believe 20,000 in 3 months is very doable. No more than that, unless you're just a go-getter pioneer, you know where to look. You can definitely go after more funding. I'm not trying to say that, oh, this is where you guys stop, this is a cap, because some of you have been doing this for so long. Funding is like effortless. You wake up getting funded. You can probably get like $1 million if you work that hard to achieve it, or at least 500,000 in 1 month, if that's something you feel this is where your heart is. So, like Nora said, when you write down your goal and you divide it by the 3 months left, this is the amount of work that you're putting in. And this is why I said what I said about 1 billion in funding in 3 months is not feasible, because now you're going to be overworking yourself tirelessly to be like, yeah, I said I get $1 billion before the end of the month, or the end of the year. And so, yeah, I'm doing all this stuff. You're overworked, you're ornery, no one likes you, no one wants to be around you. Your team is like, gee, like, I might need to back off a little bit because my boss has lost their mind. so, so you don't want to get in that habit of overworking yourself, because internally this is what you've always wanted. you can, I'm not trying to say that a billion in funding, and I don't know why I'm on there, but maybe this is for somebody. I'm not diminishing your goal of ever reaching $1 billion. It's not going to happen in 3 months. That's all I'm saying. It might happen in, like, say, a 3 to 5 year period, maybe a 10-year period, but it's not going to happen so fast because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of steps in order that you have to do in order to obtain it and maintain it. So just keep that in mind.
It
And I
depends
also
on where you are. So
that
no one
too.
takes any number. It depends on where you are. So that's what mean realistic. And you are the only one who would know exactly what would be realistic for you, for your situation.
Because
How much work have you done since the beginning of the year or since the beginning of your organization established? So you
right.
are the determination here. Like you are the only one who can determine that.
That's right. Because even when you're applying for grant funding, you just can't put anything on your application and say like, okay, I want funding, or give me the funding because I deserve it because my organization is fun and popular and we help a lot of people. Great. So does the other 12 million nonprofits that, what are you doing to uniquely stand out? So your goals must have a strategy behind it. You're not, whenever you're going for funding, even if you're going after your donors, even and let's take it a step further. Investors, for those of you who are in business but you're a startup, but you heard about startup grants for your business. Okay, you can do it, but you have to make sure that you have a strategy behind what it is that you're doing, because and I mentioned this before, if you're a startup business or nonprofit, you just started, the all red flags are going to be raised if you're applying for $1 million in funding. You put that on your business plan and you're saying, I just opened my doors like 2 days ago and already I'm asking for $1 million in funding. They are going to say whoop, whoop, red flag, and they're going to deny you. Now it has nothing to do with the ask. Well, it does have something to do with the ask, but where are you where you're comfortable with what you're asking them for as the funder, the investor, the donor? Where's their comfort zone, and what's your comfort zone in asking for that? Because even if you do have a great idea and a awesome mission, a great nonprofit that helps a lot of people, and no matter what the audience is, they want to know long-term stability. Even if this is your first year in, how are you going to sustain this? How, like, what is the longevity? Yes, you just got started, and thank you for being honest with us, but what is the longevity of this in 5 years time, or in 2 years time? What is that goal? What does that look like for us? So that's what I believe a common misconception is, because I have clients or potential clients that will ask me that, well, okay, I just opened my door like 30 days ago. I need $100,000 in funding. And I'm like, okay, so can you prove you're 70%? And there is always a shocking, like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, so 70% means you've done the work, you put in the effort, you've done all these things, even in your first year, even at ground zero. So what have you done to show that in the event that you apply for funds? And it doesn't, and I know I mostly talk about grants, but I'm saying through the spectrum, grant funds, your donors, where, like, if the people that you have, like your donation page, when you're asking for these funds, they want to know, what are you doing with it? How is it benefiting the community? And also, whenever you do go into grant funding, federal funding, can you prove that to us? So when we do give you what's known as the 25 to 30% of funds from us, we're more likely to trust you than someone who you don't have a clue, or you're just throwing random numbers out there, or you haven't done the math, you haven't sat down and did the math, and you're just saying, okay, well, if I believe I can do this. They're like, no, we don't work on beliefs, we work on strategies. We work on numbers, we work on blueprints, we work on results. We want to see those results. So in essence, I said all this to say this. That's why you must have a strategy. And me and Nora, we encourage getting and implementing your strategy from day one, from the beginning, because if you want to be that nonprofit, that that business that gets the funding as much as you want in the first year, this is how it's done. It's not done by any other means, but how are you structured? That's part of your strategy. How are you structured? Are you trustworthy? What have you done? What have you positioned yourself to do in order to acclimate and keep up with the funds that you do have? So they want to know, are you managing your own money well before they give you any type of funding? So keep that in mind as your strategy and as your goal when you are going for funding. And it's not too late. It's not too late to get started implementing this, what we just said right now. Is not, because like Nora said, you have 3 months before the close of the year to get it together. While you're working on getting your strategy and development together, you can be going after corporate sponsorships, you can be going after grant funding, you can be getting yourself together and still making the application for it.
Yes, and you can actually develop the strategy that you're gonna actually reach out to your individual donors, because those
Mm-hmm.
are the faster results, while you can work on everything else. But don't go work on something that you are not ready, but start preparing for it. So if I were you, this is what I want you to do today. Go ahead and write down how much do you need, and what are you gonna use this money for, and see where are you at, like how ready you are, like how much funding you already got before from any place, whether be it government, be it corporate, be it like individuals, and see how much did you get from each, and see why did you get this number, or why did not you didn't get this from this source, whatever that source is. Why?
Yes.
What do you need to do? And start develop a plan. Simple plan. I'm not saying go spend 10 hours. You can just do it in 1 to 2 hours. Just see, okay, why didn't I get? And the reason is not discrimination. So if your brain tell
Oh
you
my gosh.
discrimination, that is not the reason. I agree
Oh,
with you. It's never the reason. So
I gotta
find the
say
real
something on
reason.
that too.
Sure, good. Yeah.
No,
So
you were going, so go ahead.
the reasons, write them down and see how can you switch this result, how can you increase the number you got, how if you didn't get anything, how can you make it happen to get something. So make sure you have that plan. A lot of trainings out there, we have a lot of training, we have like our available money net mastermind coming up like in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks actually, but we're not going to tell you about it in 1 minute. But this is something you can do. And let me just put the, since I spoke about it, I'm going to put the link on the screen. And Instagram, you have the link pinned actually and under the live. So make sure you develop that plan, put some points. This is a paper, you're or two paper or three papers, whatever. Make it simple, don't make it too long. Just have like points. You're gonna see these points every single day from now until the actually end of the year. Make sure you write everything down, what you want, when are you going to get this money, where are you going to get it from. If there's a source that you did not get the money from yet, put that down. What do you need to do in order to be qualified, and is it is it something you can do now? Maybe you want to hire someone to help you with that. so you can be ready, at least if not for this quarter, you can be ready for the hot quarter, right? So want to make sure you want. And remember, our if you did not listen to any of our lives, they're there on Instagram, YouTube, but YouTube probably they're easier to search. Go on YouTube, see us. So I'll speak on mine, like Brittney can speak on hers after that. With my on my YouTube, there is a playlist with our lives together available many now playlist. You can like see all our videos together, all our Fridays, and Brittney has them as well on her YouTube, so you can go see. Forgot what
Mhm.
why I said that. So okay, the study. I was gonna talk about the study we've been talking about, because it's so actually it's so exciting, because you still have a chance. The study says 30% of total funding goes to, actually comes on December. 30% of total funding comes in December, and then 10% of total funding comes on the last 3 years of last 3 days of the year. I keep saying the opposite. Last 3 days of the year. So you
You
still
got
have
it.
a chance, right? You still have a chance. You have Giving Tuesday. You have like just go do your own event
And,
with what? Spending
the year
money.
end giving, you got the year end giving, you got the hot quarter months, and then you have the other months like during the quarter months on the federal and non-federal side for grant writing. So it's a lot of time, it's a lot of preparation for you to go after it and for you to do it. So um the reason why we're saying this is because a lot of you all, in one way or another, you are prepared. You're just not organized, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you get organized, because we know that some of you, because of what you guys tell us, and you leave comments or you send emails to us letting us know that you are prepared. But sometimes out of that preparation, you just need a little bit of help organizing. So this is why we give you that. We come every Friday and we give you guys these amazing tips to just to help you prepare. And no, it has nothing to do with like Nora said, oh, it's discrimination. They're racist. No, they're not, because in this line of work, just for those of you who think, oh, they're discriminating against me, in this line of work, because we work on an integral based system, there is no room for bias and there is no room for discrimination. That's like the universal law of being in the nonprofit industry, that you can't and you won't discriminate against somebody. That you can't deny someone because of their race or because of something they did or didn't do in funding. It's not going to happen. So to say that, though they're discriminating against me is not, it's a fib, it's not true, because there's so much in place with other systems that they have things for whatever your race is. They have things for everyone. They have things for LGBTQ, just like they have everything for or they have things for religious organizations or faith-based organizations. So where's the discrimination at? Like, it's not
Yeah.
there, it's not existent.
Let me tell you guys, like, I know when you blame it on something else, on other people, let me tell you, I'll give you, is it okay to give you some tough love? I mean, I want to give you some tough love because this is the
Yes,
truth, and
they
I
need
want to
the
tell
tough
you the
love.
truth.
That's the only way
I,
they'll grow.
I might gonna tell you something like, well, other people might not tell you. You guys, some of you, not all of you, of course, just not committed enough to your organization. You say you're serious about your organization, you say you're committed to your organization, but you're not willing to invest time, you're not willing to invest money. That's not commitment. And you should, how would you expect someone to invest on your organization when you cannot invest in your organization, when you are not willing to invest your organization? You cannot expect anyone to invest on something that you, the creator, of this thing is not investing on. Why would I invest on you? Right?
She has a
Ask
point.
yourself that, right?
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, she has a very valid point. LinkedIn, she has a point. Have you ever met a salesman who didn't believe in the product?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to know, anyone, show of hands, have you ever met a salesperson that didn't believe in their product? I have. And that makes me not want to buy it. Now, and I'm the type of person that I don't want to be sold. Don't tell me the great features, because like 12 times out of 12, I've already did the Google search. I've already spent 10 hours making sure this is a product for me, and I don't want to be sold to. I just want to give you the cash and take the product.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people that want to be sold to. They want that enthusiasm. But have you ever, like, in general, have you ever met someone, and I'm pretty sure you have, just at least one time in your life, that they didn't believe in the product, but they're trying to sell it to you? Like, you the whole time you're like, why should I give you my money when you every time I'm like, okay, so what are the features? Oh, I don't know. It's just a product.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thingamajig. It's a doohickey. It's a can I just have can I just have the money? And it's like, no, because you're not selling it. But if you've ever met a salesperson that, even if you looking at them sell you, and then you say no, and they're just like, that's okay, I'm gonna still sell you something. I'm gonna still, how about this freebie, how about this thing, maybe you need a little bit more information, I'm talking about this, you've seen it, I feel like you're interested, but you're still telling me no. So I feel like you still might be a little bit interested, but in the event I can't change your mind right now, here's a brochure. Here's something that you can look further information on about. And then, my contact number is at the bottom, just in case you change your mind. And that's a sell person you want. So apply that method to funding, to grant writing. Whenever do you have your hand out, give me some funds? Or are you saying, like, hey, you know this is what I want to do, this is how I want to negotiate, and I want you there with me, funder or person giving me the money. This is a beneficial friendship for the both of us. Because if and I always use Nora as an example. For example, and I always say this, if I'm telling Nora that, hey, friend that I know so well, I need $200,000, and she's like, oh yeah, I got that, no problem, write me a grant proposal, I had to follow protocol, and then we'll see if you're eligible. After going through the proper steps, I am eligible for that funding. And it's based on relationship, not because they're discriminating or they don't like you or whatever, because plenty of people don't like each other in politics, in the bank, in any industry you can think of, and they still work together as professionals. So
Mm-hmm.
what does that tell you? So this is what we're trying to let you guys know, get the gears turning a little bit, that you can do this, but you got to put in the work. You cannot, like, and especially if this is your first time doing this, you're the person that's wearing all the hats. You have to just put in that extra time, effort, and energy to do it, because what that's going to do, your time right now, you're investing your time and maybe very little money, because maybe that's where you are, you're just able to invest your time. But you should be making a slow transition from investing your time to investing your money. And the reason why I say that is because if you are starting out on the free level, because that's where we all started, then you want to start, after you start making some revenue or seeing it, or maybe you're still working your 9 to 5, but you're trying to make your nonprofit and your business your number one thing that you do, and actually generate revenue from it. You would start making initial small investments. We're not saying you need to, when you first open your doors, go get in a coaching program That's $5,000 that's going to teach you everything from A to Z that you need. But we are saying that when you put in that work, that effort, that energy, even on wherever level you are, that's not the level you're going to stay at. And that's only temporary until you're able to go to the next step, go to the next place. It's not always, and I will specify this, it's not always about the money. It is about the time, effort, and energy that you're putting into with the resources that you are able to learn, that you are able to get. And just enough until you are able to make an investment. That's all we're saying. Well, that's all I'm saying.
All right. All right. We're gonna end it here. So just go ahead and make sure actually to write your goal, stay faithful, put the reason why you did not reach your goal yet, or maybe the only reason is you did not write it down. So I don't know, you know. So go ahead and do that. Now we're gonna start telling you about if you need a change.
Change.
Tried free resources, tried everything. You're just not sure how to get there. Everything you think is gonna make the change, it's not making the change. We invite you to register today for the Available Money Now Mastermind. It's going to be 3 days, 3 days, 10, 11, 12 of October. So we are 10 days ahead. I mean, not 10 days ahead, 10, 10 days away from that. So go ahead and register now. You can bring a guest for free. We're going to have you for 2 hours each night. So 5 to 7 Central. We're going to be with us. We're going to be working. We're going to give you just enough information for you to go use it until the end of the year so you can get the fund you are looking for. We want you to be equipped with everything you have to do in order to get the fund, in order to reach your goal. So go ahead and join. It's virtual, so you need only a phone or a laptop or a computer, whatever device, or iPad, whatever device you are using. That's all you need, and you need a notebook. We're gonna send you our workbook to your email once just before the mastermind or during. So when you register, for you and for a guest, and we are going to help you reach your goal for the end of the year. This can change your organization destiny. So go ahead and do it. Invite someone with you to help you, or maybe for another organization, divide the price and come, because you purchase one ticket and then you guys both can join.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah, what do you want to
And
tell them also?
I was gonna say, financing is available. So, bring whenever you bring your guests, we ask that they are someone that wants to be there. we ask, and the reason why we're saying this is because just because you bring someone doesn't mean that they are interested in and they want to try it for themselves and they want to implement everything. So we ask that you bring a guest that is just as excited as you are to come to our event.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be there for you to ask us any question. We're gonna give you tips and tricks that's gonna help you. So make sure you be there. You just go to this link, noorasbooks.com/available money now. It's on the screen. And for you on Instagram, it's pinned in the comments. So please go ahead and register. It's gonna take, when you click there, it's gonna take you to this landing page, noorasbooks.com/available money now. You're gonna get the information about the mastermind. And then when you click join now, it's gonna take you to additional page. When you get to that page, there's two options. You can pay now or pay later. If you want to pay just with your credit debit card, you can just go ahead and do it with pay now. If you are not ready and you want to use the financing option, totally fine. You can go to pay later and they will ask you a couple of questions. You will answer them. It takes like 1 to 2 minutes, and then um, you got it. You will be able to set a payment plan and you will be in. So make sure to register now. 10 days away, not too long away. So we want to see you there. So make sure you register. It's going to be the best investment you can do this year in order
Oh,
to
yeah.
change your organization destiny.
You're gonna get, for the price of the ticket, you're gonna get 20 times back in value. And so it's the strategies that we're gonna teach you, you can do it right then. You don't have to wait until the 3 days are over with to implement the strategies that we're going to teach you. You can apply it in real time, live, during class, whenever you are asking those questions. So don't wait, don't delay. you know Register now, register today. And that's it for me.
Here we go. We're back.
Okay, welcome back.
Not sure what's happened with the internet. The internet is going crazy.
I don't know, but I was just wrapping it up by saying, just apply right now, register today. You guys, you've been following us a while, you know what we're about, and just to go to the next level, just go ahead and register today. And besides, we're fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun with us 3 days. So we can't wait to see you. Go ahead and register. Go ahead and join us. Bring a guest. Let people know about it because it's gonna change your life. So with that, we're gonna end. Have a great weekend. But before you start your weekend, do something good for yourself and for your beneficiary and invest in your nonprofit. Be serious for once to change your organization. Or even if you are someone who's been serious and investing time, money, and effort, and we will invest on this, it's gonna change your life. It's gonna make you arrive to your goal faster, I promise, if you do the strategies. All right, with that, we will let
One
you
more
go.
thing. One more
Right.
thing. Y'all, please like, share, subscribe, comment, share this video with somebody that you know needs it. Share this. Don't hoard, don't take all of the information that we're giving you and just hoard it in your on your live streams or in your computer somewhere. Share this information with those who you know will benefit from it. That friend you have that's only been talking about a nonprofit since the start of y'all's friendship, and they haven't made that first step. Share it with them. Share it with someone that you know, again, that can benefit from this. Or tag someone in it that tag another nonprofit. Maybe they're struggling, maybe they're not, but tag the people, because the people that you are connected to. Share this information with them. Is You're not going to win a gold medal for just hoarding all the information. So just share it.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Yep, definitely share this and have a great weekend. And we will see you next Friday at 1 p.m. and hopefully in the Available Money Now Mastermind. We can't wait to see you.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.